Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Communicator Toolbox. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So guys, before getting into the video, I want to tell you something. I have a friend and she told me that in her apartment beside to her flat there is a little girl who is very naughty. She broke my friend's flower pot while playing, and my friend went to the little girl's mother and said, "Your daughter is very mischievous." Her mother got angry. And it's common, my dear friends. People always turn angry or disappointed or into any negative emotion when we say anything negative. Sometimes they got deeply hurt also, and the situation may turn worse. So in this video, we will see how to replace the negative terms with positive terms. Without much delay, let's get started and please stay connected with me throughout the video. We say short attention to those people who cannot stick to a particular thing for a very long time. For instance, a person who reads a book for a while, he starts playing again. He watches movies after a while. So for those persons who can't be stable, who can't stick to a particular thing for a very long time, we say that you have a very short attention span. But people may don't take it so positively because it's a kind of negative statement. So we can say them, you have many interests rather than saying you have a short attention span. So when we see someone who doesn't care anything, who is not so responsible towards anything, we call them irresponsible. But it is a kind of negative statement. People may get offended when we call them irresponsible. Instead, we can replace irresponsible with carefree. Carefree gives the same meaning that the person doesn't care anything but will not sound that rude. When we see someone who is active beyond the normal limit, we call them hyperactive. We see hyperactive people always around us. It may be in our house, it may be in our surroundings, it may be in our office, colleges, schools. We often find these hyperactive people. But when we call them hyperactive, it doesn't sound so good. Though it is not a kind of negative statement, people can't take it in a very positive sense sometimes. We can say it in a much better way, like we can replace hyperactive with energetic, which sounds more better. And people take it as a compliment when we say that you are very energetic. My dear friends, do you remember the incident that I told you in the starting of the video? My friend's neighbor daughter sounds very loud. We often see some people who shouts or speaks very loud. Sometimes we get irritated too. But if we say someone that you're very loud, they might not take it in a very positive sense. So we can say that you're very enthusiastic, which sounds better than you're very loud. So my dear friends, we see some people who does not like to listen to anyone. They want to do what they decided to do. They don't accept others' opinion. We often call them stubborn. But they may get anger when we call that you're very stubborn. Instead, we can say that you're very persistent. For instance, my friend said that let's go for a trip. He is asking me for a very long time. But we don't want to go out with him. Instead of saying you don't listen to me, you're very stubborn, I can say that you're very persistent, man. My dear friends, it's always good to learn from the past, plan for the future and live in present. But we see some people who loves to live the moment. Well, that's a good thing, but always not. For instance, we have a project to be completed in a week. There will be one set of people who plans each module of project, whom to do, how to segregate among the team, and how to integrate everything very well. They are very good planners who also sets a vision for future. There will be another set of people who is not so a very good planner. They don't think about the coming days, have to plan the project in 7 days. My dear friends, whenever we see someone who don't have a vision for future, we call them poor planner. But people don't like to listen that they are very poor planners. So we can say that you are very present focused. So my dear friends, we often get irritated, frustrated when someone don't listen to our words. When they often disobey our words. We call them disobedient. Well, that's not a good way to say someone that you are disobedient because they may get hurt while hearing that. So we can say that you are very self-directed, which sounds the same meaning that you don't agree to other words. So my dear friends, that's the end of this video. I hope you found this video useful. If yes, start replacing your negative words with positive terms so that it may not create much mess when you speak to someone. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it among your friends, please comment in your comment sections, and also please subscribe.